Hey fam, this is KJ and I am here to discuss If Loving You Is Wrong. This is going to be episode 4 and this is season 3. And what I'm doing today is basically just trying to try something a little different because I will kind of be off camera for a couple of weeks. So we're going to try this option just to see if I may want to go ahead and still do the videos based on, my current situation and, if I still want to go ahead and go forward with making videos. So that is why we are here today and doing it this way. So thumbs up if you like this. Let me know. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this real quick because it looks like it's only going to give me an option of 15 minutes. So the first thing we do, we see Brad and Marcy. Marcy hangs up the phone, because Brad grabs her throat, after the whole situation with the phone call where she found out what was going on. Marcy freaks out and just kind of busts him across the head with a glass bottle and breaks out the house. Brad talking about, tell me what's going on. What's wrong with you, Marcy? Are you crazy? But Brad, did you forget that you just grabbed her up and choked her up, for no reason at all? It didn't like y'all was in a heated, passionate moment or something like that. Like, where did that even come from? So, of course, she freaking out, and I don't blame her for freaking out. Marcy should be freaking out. We go on to Lucian and Natalie at the ER waiting to hear about Joey's situation. And Esperanza come in to be, with Natalie or whatever as a good friend. And Lucian let Esperanza know Joey was shot and they were still waiting in to hear from the doctors. And Natalie glad to see Esperanza, of course. And Natalie is just worried because of, no insurance and the whole situation with Joey. And Natalie tells Esperanza about Quan being dead and Joey had a gun. And Natalie just really freaking out, like on 12. Like she tell Lucian that Lucian come back with like some some calming pills from the nurse. And she tell Lucian like she don't want to calm down. She let her feel how she want to feel. She want to be angry, because she just tired of this. She tired of these young black boys get into these kind of situations, and you raise them how you need. You try to think you raising them right, and then something goes left. She just really fed up and frustrated. Lucian want to try to calm her down, but like I said, she want to be angry, so Lucian can't really do nothing right now. So he just want to, try to do what he can to be a support system for her or whatever. And, Lucian is very supportive, and we are right now, I am team Lucian all the way. He tell her, Joey's going to be okay. He's going to make it, and he not going to leave her side, so she need not worry. Natalie decided to take the pills and calm herself before she passed the hell out because she about to. Esperanza thanked Lucian for being him. He is being a perfect support system. Esperanza tell them that she gonna go ahead and check on the kids, and she'll text Lucian, later about some other stuff that's going on, because he looking like, for what you gonna text me for? She was like, you some other stuff going on, I'll just text you later. Back at the station, we got Eddie checking in with Ben about what he found out about Claudia whereabouts and whatnot. And basically Ben tell Eddie, I haven't found out anything. And he rushing him like, well, what's up? Why you ain't found nothing? He was like, well, if you need to find more information, you do it yourself. So Eddie basically threatened Ben to get right and watch his mouth because, one finger, he only got one finger left and that could be easily come off. So Eddie tell Ben to go get Andrew out of the room so he can actually do some more digging. So Ben like, how? He was like, you need to figure it out. So he was like, I got it. So he went over and told Andrew that Andrew had a call or whatever. Andrew was like, I ain't got no call. So Andrew was like, he left it up to, he left on it, left believing Eddie that he did have some kind of call or something like that. So Eddie tell Ben to get on finding Claudia pronto. He asked Ben what's going on, and Ben was like, it's all good. Outside Randall's house, all around, we waiting on Kelly, police all around or whatever. We waiting on the police all around, and Kelly comes still out there too as well when she should have been in the house 10 minutes ago. Marcy pulled up scared to death because to find out, what's happening on the phone. She got out the phone and came straight over there. So Kelly basically recapped to Marcy that she needed and so she gave some more details. She was like, because she kept on asking questions. So Kelly introduced Marcy to the police officer, Steven. So Marcy found out that they don't know where Randall is, and Steve figures out about the love triangle with Alex and Randall or whatever. So Steve started asking Marcy, where were you that night? And because of the motive, I guess, of the, the whole love triangle, was she may have a reason to want to steal the baby or do something to the baby or do something to Randall. But I assume that's why he asking her, where was her whereabouts. So he basically tell him, according to Miss Louise, this was Brad's doing or whatever. And Steve asked, where is Brad? So she tell him that he at the apartment. She give up the apartment number and everything. Like, she basically just snitched Brad all the way out real quick. So, She asked, is Randall going to be okay? He was like, I don't know. And then he tell the other officer to go ahead and head over to the apartment. Kelly has to convince Marcy to come in the house so she can check on the kids or whatever, because Marcy just going to kind of just stand around and freak out as well. Back at the hospital, Pete is now conscious. We see Pete. All of a sudden, Lewis is walking around the hospital, see Pete in a waiting area, something being transported to a different area in the hospital, and Lucian checking on him, and he asked Pete, does he remember anything about what happened, and the disc or whatever, and Pete don't remember nothing, so he basically no good when it comes to being able to find out about this disc and where everything is. I mean, what happened before he went into his coma or went out or whatever. Natalie now knows that she has the guy that gave her the bag, that he was the guy that gave her the bag or whatever, and Lucian let her know it's fine, Joey's our main concern, and we're going to just quickly go ahead and resolve this Joey issue, and they'll get back to the Pete situation later. Brad at the apartment looking suspect, cleaning up his blood or whatever, and Alex calls, and he ignored the call. And then Eddie put up on the scene where they are at Randall House asking questions, and Eddie decides to go inside to see what happened. Steve, like, what are you doing here anyway? And Eddie was like, I'm looking and not touching. I'm looking, but I ain't touching. Basically, he was saying you could get really sick. So Steve pulls rank, tells him, I'm your boss, you need to go. Eddie playing like, he just real inconsiderate and rude and don't give a damn what nobody say and don't even care that this is boss or whatever. But Steve jack him up and throw Eddie out, basically, and I'm glad, because Eddie's trying to throw his weight around, but really Steve is the higher power, and he probably need to get fired anyway so he can get arrested like a regular person, because right now y'all just playing with him in that police station for real. I ain't never seen no police station like this in my life. Esperanza comes up to it. What I got? I was falling asleep writing these notes too. Esperanza come up to Eddie, and basically Eddie mad because she hear it, basically, because she's supposed to be at home. Where's my daughter? Blah, blah, blah. And Steve tell Eddie to go home or whatever. Eddie be like, where's my daughter? She tell him, oh, boy, Marcy and Kelly is basically back at the house. Marcy is pissed, but she's still grieving on, she's still mad about this situation. Kelly trying to calm Marcy down due to the kids being there. Otherwise, she gonna have to go. You can't be up in here making all that noise and acting out and all this shit, because I got children here. Meanwhile, crazy ass Travis is sitting in the car, probably somewhere near, but he's sitting in the car, and basically he just threatening her and telling her, this, that, and the other, and call me. You trying to ignore me. Then 1 minute he nice, 1 minute he mad, 1 minute he nice, and he done call Kelly phone, I know, 50 times. He just keep on calling and leaving voice messages. I don't know why Kelly's not taking this seriously, but that nigga is crazy. And she need to really just kind of just go all the way in on his crazy behind, because he gonna be the did something to her, y'all, for real. I really think so. So he basically like, I'm gonna keep on calling until you answer. So like I said, first he evil, then he sound nice, and he just go back and forth from evil to nice. And yeah, Travis is off. He definitely off his meds. Marcy definitely, Marcy tell him your phone is blowing up, and Kelly want her to have, Kelly just like, it's nothing. So Marcy was like, well, turn the phone off. Marcy say, she just questioning Kelly's whole situation, and Marcy say, F Kelly, how her Sherry and Brad had no idea. Kelly like, well, now you know. So she asked, why you being such a bitch? And Kelly had to remind her that she cares, and she does, and so does Marcy. So Marcy just confessed she still loves Randall, and Kelly tells old girl she break down, and she asked about the baby, and she says she concerned about it or whatever, even though the situation. She asked Marcy if she think Brad did this, and they try to convince her, whatever, and she don't know. She just want to see what's really going on. So she tell Kelly he lied to me too, and Kelly asked him again, you think if Brad did this, Kelly, don't know, but he was crazy, had a crazy look on his face. So she tell Kelly about the mud that she saw in the shoes, and basically, how that's why she ended up busting him in the head. Kelly tried to convince Marcy to tell the police everything she know, and at her, And so I'm assuming that Marcy is going to go ahead and tell Kelly about the situation. Marcy is going to go ahead and tell Steve the more of the details about Brad and where he was gone and his mud on his shoes and all that stuff to maybe help out to location. Last but not least, Alex. They finally show Alex. She frantic on the phone. She calling, she frantic. She calling Brad. He not answering. She calling, driving. Brad finally pick up, and he not really giving her the time of day, but he ain't nothing got, he really ain't got nothing for her. So even though she can hear him, she just distracted. So she called back, and she go to voicemail. So she basically just so frantic and shouldn't be driving, super unsafe. So she just end up running into a damn tree, and the episode goes off. So that's the end, you guys. This is a test. I may do others like this, but meanwhile, just wanted to try this. So thank you guys so much for listening. Thumbs up if you like it. Peace.